Good afternoon, dear students. So, how are you? So, as you all know, that in the last chapter of our history period, we have learned the fourth lesson of civics, that is the Indian judicial system. We have learned about it. What is judicial system? What are the principles and properties of judicial system? Structure of the judiciary, Supreme Court, right? So now we are going to learn about judicial activism. Judicial activism. What is judicial activism? Traditionally, the courts settle the disputes whenever they are approached for that purpose. In the last few decades, this image of the court has undergone a change and they have become increasingly active. So previously, when the courts were new, when the constitution came into being, the courts were very less and they worked very slow. They have now, but they have gone under change. They have increasingly active. They have become active. This means that the court now seeks to fulfill the constitutional goals of justice and equality. Later, what happened? If you have any doubt, if you have any query, you have to go to the court. You have to report a complaint. You have to get a case. Then only the court will work. But now the court has become active. The court searches for the new cases. The court now seeks to fulfillment of the goals and justice and equality. So the court try to give justice and equality more comparatively more from earlier period. The court has tried to provide legal protection to the marginalized sections in the society, women, tribal workers, farmers and children. So now in this judicial activism, the marginalized section, the court is giving marginalized protection to the marginalized sections like society, women, children, tribal workers. So now protection for this society, this type of society, women, children, tribal workers. Protection are given to these of them by the courts. So this is the judicial activism, right? Now functions of the Supreme Court. As a federal court, it has the responsibility to settle disputes between the center and states on one side and states on the other. It may also give order to relevant authorities for protection of the fundamental rights of the citizens. Now to settle disputes among the local level also Supreme Court does the same, and to relevant authorities for protection of the fundamental right. See, fundamental rights are created in the constitution, so it should be protected. So the protection of the fundamental rights is done by the judicial system of the Supreme Court. To review decrees and order of law, lower courts and also review its own decision. So it can also review the decrees, it can also review its own decision of the lower courts. In case the president asks for the advice of the court, if the president asks for the advice of the court to understand the legal aspect in matters of public importance and provide the necessary advice. In case the Supreme Court also advises the president in order to provide necessary advice for the legal aspect and the public importance and provide, right? Now judicial review. One of the most important responsibility entrusted to the Supreme Court is the protection of the Constitution. So most important responsibility to the Supreme Court is protection of the Constitution. Most important task for Supreme Court. So what is the most important part? Protection of the Constitution. Protection of the Constitution. Protection of the Constitution. You are aware that the Constitution is the fundamental law of the nation. Constitution is the most fundamental law of the nation. It is very important to conserve it. The Parliament cannot pass any law that violates the Constitution. Every act or policy made by the executive should be consistent with the Constitution. If any law passed by the legislature or any act of the executive violates any provision of the constitution, the said law or act is declared illegal and struck down by the court. This power of the court is known as judicial review. See, if the executive, the policeman, if they violates the law, if they violates the constitution, so who is responsible for the making it right? It is the judicial system. The judicial system is said to declare the illegal thing, to correct the illegal thing. That is called the judicial review. Means it get reviews on the legislature as well as the executive system, right? Now, public interest litigation. Public interest litigation refers to litigation filed on issues of public importance by individual citizens, social organization or non-governmental organization on behalf of all the people. The court thinks over the question raised and gives its decision. Now, public interest litigation. Public interest litigation. PIL. PIL. So these allegations are issued by the public. It is issued by the public. It is issued by the governmental or non-governmental organization or individual citizens on behalf of every citizens. If anyone is having problem, so it can create a litigation. It can create an issue and can give this to the court. So then court thinks over this question and raise and gives a decision. So the courts think on this. They get into it. They observe it. They investigate it, and then they give their decision. Right now, High Court. High Court. C. High Court. Now we have finished the Supreme Court. Now it is High Court. The Indian Constitution confirms the Parliament with the power to establish a High Court in each constituent state in its union. Currently, there are 24 High Courts in India. So the High Court is made for every constituent state in the union. So there are currently 24 High Courts in India. There are 24 High Courts in India. Remember this. 24 High Courts in India. There is a Chief Justice along with other judges in the High Court. Also, as the Supreme Court, here there is also a Chief Justice. Chief Justice of the High Court and other judges. All judges of High Court are appointed by the President. President appoints the High Court. Understood? So the President appoints all the judges of the President appoints the High Court. Not President appoints the judges of High Court. President appoints the judges of High Court. President appoints the judges of the High Court. The Bombay High Court jurisdiction covers the states of Maharashtra and Goa and the Union Territories of Dadra and Nagar Haveli and Daman and Diu. So the Bombay High Court. The High Court from the Bombay covers the states of Maharashtra and Goa and the Union Territories of Dadra and Nagar Haveli, Daman and Diu. Right? So now we have finished the High Court. Did you understand it? In the next chapter, we will finish District Court, the branches of law in India, civil law and criminal law in the next period. Thank you.